Good evening, everyone. It is I, Gypsy Rose Hedda, come to be with you once again. I am back by fairly popular demand. Well, one person asked for me, and I suppose, it's not as good as a rest to a blind bat, or something along those lines. I'm not one who desperate for fame. I do it not for money and not for fame. I do it because I have a gift that I need to share with you all. As I come to you today from a really hot and sweaty United Kingdom. It is the evening time upon us all here, and one of which I would say is anywhere near the witching hour, but that would be a lie. It's just past tea time. It has been brought to my attention in the psychic realms that Meghan and Harry have been courting, nay, desperately needing attention from the media, from which they run, from which they crave privacy. I feel it in the ethers, although as I consult my goblet of fortune, you will see that inside this glass I've cleaned it of vodka, which sometimes helps me with my psychic readings. And as I look into my goblet of fortune, my dears, I can see that Meghan and Harry have been up to some more. There's a special word for this, much used in the psychic realms. Shenanigans, I believe it is. I feel it is only right, as I have been asked to centre more of my psychic powers into what it is that Meghan and Harry are up to. So, without further ado, I shall consult my cards and I shall shuffle them here for you today. And I shall ask, here we go, as I'm shuffling them, because don't forget, it's all an illusion. It's an illusion, because it only matters what I have to say and nobody else, because I'm the only one who matters, especially in my own mind. And as I look upon my cards, I sense my psychic gift evolving up inside of me. Oh, I beg your pardon. It was wind. Here, I feel a restlessness within Harry. I sense it. I can see it in my cards. And as I look upon these tarot cards, I sense here, look, Harry, he's trying to escape. Is he running away from the press? Is he hiding from the media? Or has he just found the back door of Tyler Perry's mansion and he's trying to scrabble down the mountain before Meghan finds him and yanks him back again? Who knows? Only the psychic realms know. And it is I, Gypsy Rose Hedda, who will bring you the answers today. But as I can see here in this card, it seems to me that Harry is hiding from something. And it could well be Meghan. She probably has him under lock and key. We don't know. Only the cards can tell. Here we have a warning. I sense from here this is a warning to Meghan and Harry, and I feel this is a warning about the forthcoming book from Lady Colin Campbell. And I see Lady Colin Campbell dancing in the sunrise. She's dancing because her book is going to get to the #1 sellers in America and no doubt all over the world, because she's going to tell the whole world the truth about Meghan and Harry and their shenanigans. And as you can see from my tarot cards, which only tell the truth from the psychic realms, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, and as long as I'm not sued, that Lady Colin is here expressing her joy at reaching the #1 bestsellers list. Thank you. Here we have Doria, the lovely Doria, Meghan's mum. Now there's been word of money being squirreled away, and I feel that the only place that people aren't looking for this money is in Doria's home. And I can reveal to you at this point in time, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but allegedly, that any money that has gone astray, shall we say, is in Doria's home. I beg your pardon. Meghan is so overpowering. She colours my words and makes me forget what I'm going to say. Doria has turned all the money into a cushion so she can sit on it. As you can see, she's holding a large cushion shaped like a coin. And this is where she will fool everyone, because she can sit on all the money and nobody would think of asking her to vacate her chair so they can find the bags of money underneath upon which she sits. So there we have the beautiful Doria hiding all the money that Meghan squirreled away and given to her mum to save for a rainy day when her luck dries out. Oh, and here we have a warning. I see another warning about Meghan and Harry's book being looked after by Omid Scobie. And here we have Omid Scobie, and he's looking into a cesspit, and he's trying to see what can be found in this cesspit of knowledge with regard to Meghan and Harry's secrets. He's got to make sure there is nothing that can be unearthed in this cesspit of the things that they have done that they do not want revealed to you all. Let us just hope that Omid Scobie does a really good job of sitting and going through all these secrets that Meghan and Harry do not want you to know, and they can be kept out of their Finding Freedom book. Because if they're not, oh well, tough tits. Now here is a warning. This psychic reading is overpowering with warnings, and I feel there is a strong warning to Meghan here for when she goes out for a daily walk. And this warning coming through for her now is to be very careful of standing on the edge of a cliff, because someone is going to come along and poke her off the edge of the cliff with a long stick. So Meghan, please be careful when walking near a cliff edge. And be careful of anyone who comes towards you with a large pointy stick, because it doesn't look good. So please take this as a warning. Thank you. And here we know, as I can tell with my psychic energies picked up from the ethers, that Meghan would do anything for an acting role in Hollywood. And here we find Meghan so desperate and looking for work, she's actually taken up astral travelling so that her astral body can go out and haunt Hollywood producers so that they see her in their dreams. Or could it be nightmares? We're not sure. We don't know if they're returning her calls or even her FaceTime. And she's so determined to get them to notice her that she's taken up astral travelling so that she can wander into their offices, sit beside them on the settee when they're trying to watch Netflix, and as they turn round and she's sitting there beaming at them, but in spirit form, you understand. And she's saying to them, if only you'd take my calls, then you wouldn't find me in this situation. Or they could be sitting on the toilet and she could just suddenly appear to them, sitting in their bath, grinning at them inanely, saying, please find a role for me in Hollywood. Such a warning to these people. I feel it strongly with my psychic sociopathy. And I feel with this tarot card, this is telling me that time is running out. Time is running out for Meghan and Harry in their current residence. And I feel that it's to do with, and I'm feeling this strongly on a psychic level, you understand. Meghan complains of drones flying above their home, which belongs actually to Tyler Perry, which he's only loaning them for the moment, and we don't even know if they're paying him rent. We very much doubt it, don't we? But here we have a drone flying over the house, Tyler Perry's house, and he's sitting there playing chess with himself and thinking, how much longer do these freeloaders want to sit in my home, and why haven't they found a house for themselves yet? And why did I bother to agree to Oprah? That's what he's thinking, because I'm picking this up on a psychic level. And as you can see, there's a drone just above his head. He doesn't mind them, he's used to them. But Meghan isn't used to the thousands of drones flying above her head. And that's why she's moaning all the time. Because, well, it's strictly not true. Even I can sense that in the ethers. This is a sad card. This speaks of Omid Scobie's future. I'm sensing here that the money he was expecting from Meghan and Harry's book, Finding Freedom, isn't going to be anywhere near what he expected to earn. So he's had to take on a second job. He's had to take up gardening and going around people's gardens and digging up treasures, and he's got a metal detector and he's going around trying to pick up money from underneath people's gardens to earn a few bob on the side, because he's certainly not going to make the money on the book that he otherwise would have done if Lady Colin Campbell hadn't come along first and made her coin that way, and quite deservedly so. So this is poor Omid Scobie. This is his future. He's going to be taking up metal detecting and hunting for money wherever he may find it. It's definite. It's true. I sense it. I feel it. I'm getting psychic impressions now very, very strongly. I can almost smell it. Oh, sorry, it's my cat. It's definite. Harry is trying to run away. As you can see here from this card, Harry's desperately trying to escape. He's even looking to steal someone's motorbike so he can escape down the mountain. It's almost as if it's The Great Escape with Steve McQueen. But he's no Steve McQueen. But he's still trying to escape. And there he is, desperately trying to escape and hoping he can nip out while Meghan's in the shower or something like that, where she's preoccupied. Maybe she's reading Archie, another book. We don't know. But he's desperately trying to run away. Who can he be running away from? Only the powers from the universe can answer this. But there you go. There you can see. I, Gypsy Rose Hedda, have brought this to you. It is definite. Harry is trying to run away. And here we have the possibility of Meghan and Harry maybe having a second child. And if they don't earn the money that they want to earn, and if they run out of it, then they're going to teach their children how to knit traffic lights. And then they can sell them at markets and earn a few quid here and there. So as you can see, there's two productive little children, and Harry's sitting at the top and Meghan's telling them what to do from a plush armchair somewhere, because that's what she's best at, sitting there and doing nothing. And here we have maybe something that maybe Lady Colin Campbell dreams of. I don't know. I don't go in for dream forecasting, you understand. That's not one of my fortes. My forte is strongly psychic, deep psychic. So much so I had to say it twice. Deep psychic work. And here we see Lady Colin Campbell, and she's got Meghan in a headlock. And she's got so annoyed with her while she was writing that story and finding out all the little odds and sods about her. She got so knocked that when she finally got to meet her and said, "Oh, there you are, Meghan Markle," and instead of shaking her by the hand, she's got her in a headlock, as you can see here. But I think this is a dream on Lady Colin's part, and I can't say I blame her. If I met Meghan, I'd put her in a headlock too, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Here we have a picture of Meghan in the past. As a young girl trying to get herself noticed. And here she's twirling a stick and she's thoroughly enjoying herself. I think this may have been the days before she thought she was really important. But that's all that matters to her, isn't it? It's what Meghan wants, Meghan gets. We're sick of hearing that, aren't we? And here, another sad card, I feel. It almost brings me to a tear. This is a warning for both Harry and Meghan. One day, if they don't watch their spending, it won't be 2 bowls of soup that they will have for their lunch. They're reduced to one bowl of soup between the two of them. If they've got any bread to dip in it, you'll probably find that Meghan will probably soak most of it up and Harry will get to lick the bowl. If he's lucky, that is, and he plays his cards right. But that's what they're going to be reduced to, is one bowl of soup for the lunch between them, and Meghan gets to dip the bread. And here we have something that is maybe a dream for Meghan, which maybe, I'll try anything once. And here she is with Ellen DeGeneres and her wife Portia de Rossi. And she's gone off dancing with them, thinking, well, I'm sure my friend Ellen DeGeneres and her wife Portia Rossi will give me a job. I'm sure they'll have me on their show and show everybody how important I am. So there she is in there with Ellen DeGeneres and her wife Portia de Rossi, and they look as if they're dancing in the stars. Be fun for some. I wouldn't watch it. And here we have Meghan and Harry's friend. At least we think they're still friends. Oprah. Here she's back again. She's not levitating this time. This time she's getting her favourite pet owl, Oscar, to take her money and hide it away in a secret bank account so she doesn't spend any more money on Meghan and Harry, of course, because they're both equally important, but especially Meghan. She's the one that's the most important, because she tells everybody that, you see. She's the most important one. So there's Oprah giving her pet owl, Oscar, her money to go and hide for her behind his special owl's nest in the secret bank account. Isn't she wonderful? Don't we just love Oprah? And again, such a shame. But what can I tell you? If they don't start paying their way, Meghan and Harry on the road with Meghan's luggage, because Harry's just got what he stands up in, you see. But there's Meghan with all her luggage on a donkey, being shown the door by Tyler Perry because he's sick of her sitting in his house and not paying him any rent. Please take that as a warning, Meghan. Please take that as a warning. Start paying your way, dear. It's better for you in the long run. It's either that or Skid Row. If they let you stay there, that is. Skid Row. A tear. And here we have Meghan even attaching herself to the local stars in the sky, thinking, would they give her a job, do you think? Could she be a fortune teller like me? Well, I'd try and teach her the ropes, but it takes a lot to be a psychic, especially a psychic of my kind. Yes, indeed. And finally, here's Harry. Poor Harry. He's remembering what life was like as a boy with his little dog, and now he's turning into an old man before his time with his dog, because he's aged. He's only 35, but now he looks about 65, and that's through only 2 years of marriage. Isn't it a shame? Poor Harry. You've done this to yourself, son. You were warned. Poor Harry, I say. Still not too late to turn your life around. Now, in addition, I wish to say that I pulled these oracle cards, and this tells me that if Meghan doesn't stop bothering people, she really will be on our last chance. I really do feel she's wearing out her welcome. It's pretty thin these days. And here we have husband number 4 for Meghan. I mean, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. I think she's on number 3 now with Harry. So this is husband number 4 for Meghan. You know, beggars can't be choosers, I suppose, and I'm sure he's probably a billionaire. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters, doesn't it, really? How much money he comes with. Because looks don't really matter when you're loaded. Isn't that right, Meghan? Isn't that right? And this is Meghan in one of her previous roles, where she was a mermaid lying in a sewer, because that's all the jobs she could get when she was first trying to crack into Hollywood. A mermaid lying in a sewer. I think it was some kind of horror movie or something like that. She's come such a long way. Let's hope it doesn't go full circle for her, that she ends up doing this sort of work again. And here's Cher telling Meghan, you know, if you believe in life after love, words to that effect, giving some kind of warning, I suppose. Who knows with Cher? She's looking ever young, isn't she? I love Cher, don't you? And finally, it's got to be said that in Meghan's world, there's only one person that really means the whole world to her. And that's Meghan. And that's really, sadly, all I've got to say about that. So, I have to wipe the tears from my eyes. And I think, what a sad, almost comatose reading this truly was. So, I'm now going to bid you a fond adieu, because Archiella wants me to read her a bedtime story. So I've decided that even though she is only a year old, I'm going to read her some of Harry Potter. Now, I know there's no pictures, and I know she won't understand it, and she probably won't even like it, but that doesn't really matter, because I'm taking a leaf out of Meghan's book of how to read stories to children, and I'm just going to sit and focus on me and smile at me at the camera and just make sure that Archiella doesn't squirm too much, and because it's all really about the book and me staring into the camera and smiling all the time. Well, my dears, on that happy note, I have to bid you a fond adieu. I have to put Archiella to bed because I've bored her to tears with that rendition of Harry Potter. I think I've bored you all to tears with this psychic reading that has drained me enormously. So much so, I feel as if I'm becoming a puddle of my own psychic essence. And with all that being said, I would like to thank you from the heart of my bottom for being here with me and sharing this other psychic time with Harry and Meghan. Thank you. And please don't forget, I don't do refunds. Thank you for joining me.